Hello everybody, it's Rama, and I am here today. I'm not even exactly sure what I'm doing. It started with these adorable birds. I absolutely love these. They've been kind of hanging around on my desk and I've been waiting to use them. I will put the link to these little cutie pies in my video description. These are from G&T Designs, and I just couldn't wait to use them. I saw Louise Hensel has a video, Birdhouse Pockets, and I thought, oh my goodness, of course, I'm already doing houses. So this is one I just kind of made. It was late at night. I already had this cut out on my desk, so I just embossed some paper. I'm just kind of getting an idea, and I thought if I did a tag and I had the little bird face popping out, that would look really cute. So I'm kind of playing around with this idea a little bit more, and we'll see where it goes. I embossed this, so you know I love texture. I also, this is from from G&T Designs, and these are all from the Bird Watcher, I think it is called, this kit, and I just printed the birds here. And then I also, from the same shop, I got these background pages that I've been using for practically everything just because I love the colors so much. And these are old walls, I think it's called. I just love the rust. Oh, and then this is from another lace kit that she just did. Okay, so I've got these papers and I thought, maybe the birdhouse with this. So I'm just going to play around a little bit. But what I've done so far, I cut up some of those papers. I tried first using my wood grain stamp. It didn't show up that much. It wasn't doing that much. I did it on a couple different ones here. And then I thought, okay, so the embossing is definitely better. Plus I love the texture. So these are some, I think this is just from the stamp underneath there. This one I didn't do anything to with color yet. Now these, you can see I kind of went over this one with vintage photo. I tried aged mahogany, and I also tested out walnut stain. So I'm just kind of playing around with to see what exactly I like the best. So let me see. I've got my walnut stain. Okay. Definitely liking just doing a little bit of a mixture of things. Let's see. I'm gonna try brushed corduroy here. And then I can kind of go back with my darker. I think I need to get my re-anchor for this. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely liking this the best. This, okay, so here is the aged mahogany. Okay, so I am moving on to making my bird tags that are going to go inside of the birdhouse. And so these are the printables, the old walls, and I decided to use these as the backgrounds for my tags. And now I just grabbed this tag to use as a template to make some more tags. So I have my tags ready to go, and now I'm just cutting out, well, I have some of the birds cut out already and gluing them on. This project was a lot of fussy cutting. So now I'm back to cutting out some more of these adorable little birds. Aren't they so cute? And I have the idea, I think I'm going to have to go back on my project and give them names. I left a little bit of a white border around the birds when I was cutting them out, and I kind of like to, the way that it makes the birds pop because the backgrounds are a little bit dark. So I don't even, if I do go around and ink the birds, I maybe used a vintage photo, something a little less dark than my walnut stain that I usually use. So now I'm just figuring out which tag I want to put my birds on and gluing them on. I want to go over my birds with embossing powder, and it tends to make the page curl a little bit. So I wanted to back these tags with some heavy craft paper, cardstock, and then that way when I go and add my embossing powder, it'll keep them a little more sturdy and flat. And since I just cut the backgrounds, it was just cutting a page into pieces. They fit perfectly onto my sheet of cardstock here. And now I'm just using my hole punch to punch a little peephole. And you could also, if you don't have a hole punch, you could use, of course, you could cut it out. You could use a different shape, or you could use a die cut machine. So one thing I have a lot of is book pages. And so I'm going to use book pages as the back of my birdhouse. And this will just be glued down into the journal or whatever project I put these in. But I don't want, when you take the tag out, I don't want the book page to just be showing up. So I wanted to ink it up a little bit so that it's not so white when you see it. Now I just use a very thin layer of glue around the edges just to hold these down because I do go around mine with my sewing machine. But if you don't have a sewing machine, I would just, maybe use a little more glue and make sure that they're held down nicely. Now I did a little experimenting here also, and you can see what you like better. See, the ones that I just cut are flush, the excess book page, but now this one I left a little extra on, so it's just a matter of what you like better, what your preference is. And now I'm just going to put some ribbon in my tags. So the other kit that I was using, this was the Bird Watcher kit. I cut out just a few pieces. I'm kind of testing what I want to do to decorate the outside of my birdhouse. And I have, so the two things, I use the cardboard for my roof. And then I also have, you can see that green ribbon strip is made out of paper towels that I used when I was dyeing some papers. And I turned it into little ribbon strips. So that's what I'm going to do to decorate the outside of these houses. And for the roof, I grabbed whatever greens and blue inks that I have. So I'm just kind of playing around with different colors. So one thing I always use is the Art Glitter glue, and that's the brand Art Glitter. It took me a while to figure out what my favorite glue was, but this is definitely it. It holds so well. And a lot of times I even use it for fabric and things, unless, I'm messing around with heavier fabrics, but it's just a really great glue. So if you don't have it, I would use a craft glue or something with a, that has a little bit more of a hold to do the cardboard. The color of the roof that I'm putting on this birdhouse, I used cracked pistachio, and I think that is my favorite color that I tried. Now, one thing when you're gluing the roof on, and you can see here, I'm just making sure that glue didn't ooze out the back and end up gluing my pocket shut. So that's one thing to check for. So these are the elements that came in the Birdwatcher kit, and this was a digital kit, so I was able to just take the individual elements and put them onto a page. I collaged them onto a page so that I could print them and then fussy cut them out. So I'm using these for the outside. I also add some flowers that were from this kit, so I add those later. It's all from the Birdwatcher kit. And this shop, G&T Designs, they have kits that are put together for digital art. So if you want to create your own pages or tags or something, it's great because everything is there for you to use. But she also is converting a lot of the kits so that they are already formatted, they're easy to print on a page. So if you do check out the shop, just kind of make sure you're paying attention to which type of kit you are looking at. And you can see here I added some of the flowers, and I did the same thing as with the tags. I left some white around the perimeter just to make them pop a little bit. And here I'm pulling all of the tags back out because I want to do the embossing glaze on top of my tags. So I'm going to start that using my embossing ink dauber. And the colors that I liked the best are definitely, I liked the speckled egg and I liked the tattered rose. And I kind of have a little bit of an assembly line going here. So I do all of the powder first, and then I go in with my heat gun, and then I move on to another color and do the same process. There's something so satisfying about watching the embossing glaze melt and those colors just pop and become so rich and deep. I love watching it. So now my tags have that cool texture that the embossing glaze gives. I'm all about texture. And now I'm just putting them back into the birdhouses once again. Moving on to my next little batch of cards to do here, and I am using cracked pistachio on these. This is another Tim Holtz product, the Distress Micro Glaze, and I love this stuff. You just need a very, very small amount and kind of rub it on with your finger, and it just gives a little bit of a shine and just makes everything feel really smooth and soft. It's almost like a paper conditioner or something. Here I'm showing you my finished little birdhouses. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, and I love your comments. If you decide to try these, I'd love to see what you make. Come over to Junk Journal Divas and share what you create. Thank you so much for watching.